So this is like an answer to Anna KW on X, to her position. And I'll title it Negarestani and the Needham question. So what I'll attempt to do is tie in Negarestani, taking that Negarestani plays some role in her attack as a theorist on the move from a sort of ultra-universalizing, generalizing science to the anti-Chinese science, put in a crude way, because the Chinese thought there's always some kind of changes, and therefore you can't have an Archimedean plane. So Negarestani sort of modifies that as though he wanted to say somehow we can conserve methods from both sides. The dialogic intent implied. And therefore, in a way, so I guess I would say, look, here's the wedge. This isn't science in the sense of Galileo's inertial frame of reference anymore. Because this has been, there's a question between Hobbes and Boyle, and this has all been disrupted. The inertial frame of reference is too ideal. It's so extremely ideal. There's no way to continuously build this, how to build a gun. You make an emptiness and then put steel around it, and that's the gun barrel. There's something of this fake, we have this problem that this is Heidegger's starting point. We have this problem that forever a perfect law of gravity, or 2 + 2 is 4, is set up, and then we keep asking ourselves, where is this stored? Is there some Scrooge who has this in a bank vault somewhere, but it's very hard to access this bank vault? And maybe if we had the right kind of technical skills, so we could break in and drill in, or whatever the bank vault requires. It's like a what's that? The Frank Sinatra movie about the Ocean's 11 or whatever. I mean, is there supposed to be some way that we can really find out where this eternity is, where the perfect laws are kept? Or isn't it that always there's a problem, like when we tried to say what's a valid statement about 2 + 2 is 4, we run into this problem where it's like, well, there's somebody there kind of looking at it, and they're kind of saying 2 + 2 is 4. Okay, I think that makes sense. But then maybe they didn't know that 2 + 2 really meant you have 2, and then you have another 2. But wait a second. Maybe they didn't really know there's a problem about the idealization of the unit, and that Jacob Klein wrote a book that says counting numbers are different than the Platonic mathematical numbers, where there's absolutely no reference to the empirical. Wait, maybe they didn't really know there's this long discussion over 2,600 years about what this distinction means. And then Heidegger saying, well, okay, that was the first beginning, but maybe there's a mistake there. The thing is, Negarestani, I don't know that he actually has, even though he goes to fiction, then we have a question, does Negarestani respect the question of, can we go to the OED, Oxford English Dictionary, and ask what fiction means, and how fiction took this meaning, and how the literal is distinguished from something else, and whether the literal means simply the vernacular, simply the way people talk in the vernacular, so that in ancient Greece the vernacular was totally different and believed in miasma and believed in all kinds of things that today make no sense to us. But that eventually we come into a position where Negarestani can say the most powerful form of understanding was this claim that there were ultimate arches that supported ultimate laws that even if they no longer include the why, still include the how, and that this how of the technological essence is bringing the agathon to its fullness, bringing time to its fullness, bringing us to Heimat, bringing us to a place where we can stand to live as human beings. So what I want to say is that tack has already been considered by Heidegger. That's my claim. This type of tack has already been considered by Leo Strauss. This kind of tack has been considered from Prussia is the headquarters of intelligence. Everyone else is fucking stupid. That's my claim. So, I mean, if I put it in this crudest terms. But I think that if you really look at it, you see that people like Agamben are more advanced. They've considered the more serious questions more seriously, more thoroughly. They've thought about the things that we really want to think about when we see which questions are serious more thoroughly. And so somebody like Negarestani is doing valuable work within certain limits, but he's not as serious as Heidegger. That's my claim.